name's Claire Murphy, and I'm a current senior at Loyola Academy. Our hope for you when putting together this video is that to realize, yes, the college process can be scary, daunting, and intimidating, but a lot of us seniors have come together to share a little bit of our process with you, to set your worries and fears aside, and to tell you that it's all going to be okay and that the college process will work out.
So for me, walking into the college process, I knew I wanted to be a professional actor and do it as a career, so I knew I wanted a theater school. I didn't really think about, oh, urban or just in the middle of nowhere. I just wanted to go to a place where I knew I would get the right training. Going through it, I realized that for me, I would prefer a bigger school and maybe more of a school that's near a city. And throughout the college process, it helped me really learn a lot about what type of school I wanted, what kind of training I wanted. And now I know that I'm probably going to end up going on the East Coast for college in big cities where I'm going to get the best training I know that I can get. And I'm just really excited, and I know that this college process has really helped me out a lot with that.
So going into the college process, I knew that I would have to be looking at local schools, and I knew that a big school just wasn't for me. And so I knew that a medium Midwestern school was the school for me, going in, and I knew that I couldn't look too far away just because of family circumstances. And so I knew that, but what I didn't know is that I was going to end up choosing a lot of Jesuit schools, which is how it ended up being. 4 out of my 5 schools are Jesuit, the ones that I applied to. So but I'm glad that it turned out that way, and ultimately I am going to a medium Midwestern Jesuit college.
Into the college search process, I was completely unfocused. I didn't know what size of a school I wanted, what location I wanted, if I wanted public or private, but my college counselor really helped me sort through things, and my initial list that she helped me build had pretty much everything from Rhodes College, which is a very small school in Memphis, all the way to University of Illinois. So there was a lot of kind of searching and trying to process things going on, but it all worked out really well in the end.
Coming into the college process, I knew that I wanted a small to medium-sized school. I knew a big school wasn't for me. And I also knew that I wanted to stay somewhat close to home. So I started looking for schools in and around the Midwest and on the East Coast, because closer than going out west, and I didn't really want to do that. So I was also looking for a school with a good engineering program, because I knew that's what I wanted to study right away. So something that was not as important as those to me was that I find a Catholic or a Jesuit school, and I ended up finding one, and I hit all the criteria on my list.
So for me, I knew exactly what I wanted. I was going for a large school, a city feel, and I wanted to study psychology. So when I went into my college conference, we immediately discussed the big schools, the ones that were close to home. That was another big criteria for me. I wanted to be I said 4 hours would be the max for me, and no flying, so it was all driving. And when I went into that college conference, we went through all schools within the 4-hour radius that had good psychology programs, had a large school, and was a city feel. So.
When I came into the college process, I was fairly focused. I knew I wanted to pursue technical theater and stage management. So in my first meeting with my counselor, I went in and I said, I think these are really good schools. This is really where I want to go. And we focused on it from there. So
basically, I was looking for a school within the state because I don't want to go too far away. I was looking for a smaller school because I needed to be I needed concentration, and also I'm going undecided because I'm not yet sure about my major I want to do in college.
I really wasn't sure what I wanted going into it. I applied to some bigger state schools and also some smaller private schools because I really just didn't know. And I also applied undecided to all of my schools because I wasn't sure what I wanted to actually study in college, and applying undecided gave me more leeway when I was choosing classes.
So my college process was pretty focused. I was looking at small liberal arts schools on the East Coast. I love visual arts, so I wanted a school with a good art department, but I didn't want it to be the only focus throughout my college experience. I'm also interested in psychology, so I thought the liberal arts doctrine of learning would be a good fit for me. Going into the college conference, I kind of knew that, so I was excited and I was looking forward to it and ready to get the process underway.
So going into the college conference, I was really excited because I was going to start on the path of pursuing theater as a career, and I was going to go to schools where I would specifically focus on theater, and I knew that my college counselor would help me out a lot with that. My parents were also really excited. They couldn't wait to get me on track, and I just remember after that college conference feeling so excited and I just couldn't wait to start the process.
So I am a first generation student, and so looking back at my college conference, I remember going in and feeling really nervous and not really knowing what to expect. Since it was, of course, my first time going through this process, and it was my parents' first time going through this process. But coming out of the college conference, I just remember feeling really reassured by my college counselor, and just like she let me know that everything was going to be okay.
Coming into my college conference, I was extremely nervous. I didn't know what I was looking for, and so I was just worried that I wasn't going to have a very easy time finding a school, but my college counselor was great. She really helped me sort things out, and it was a lot of fun because she really did help me figure things out.
When I first went into the college conference, I was slightly nervous but also really excited because I wanted to get a jump start on my college process, and I thought it was really exciting that I got to start looking at where I was actually maybe potentially going. And when I first sat down, like, I knew my college counselor was going to be great. Like, she worked with me great, and it was kind of like a rush of emotions, like, ooh, I'm getting ready to move on, but I'm also like really looking at schools that are going to help me, and like looking at the schools that I'm going to want to attend.
My college conference was really fun for me. I was looking forward to it. I was kind of nervous just because I didn't know what my college counselor was going to tell me or what it was going to be like, and that I was going to have my mom and my dad there with me, but it was really a cool experience, and it got me really excited for this new journey ahead.
Going into my college conference, I was pretty excited. I've been looking forward to the process for a long time. I have two older brothers who have both gone through it, so my parents kind of knew what was going on and what they were doing. I had a good idea of where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do, so I was just overall very excited to get the process underway and meet with my college counselor and get to know her better. And I felt very relieved and just looking forward to the future and ready to take on all the challenges ahead of me.
So I would say that I actually have grown a lot from the college process experience. I think one of the best things that I've learned is to be very meticulous and not procrastinate. I'm a huge procrastinator, so going into the college process, it was kind of hard for me to realize I have all these deadlines I have to make, and I have to have my songs memorized and my monologues memorized by this certain date. So I think the college process really taught me how to be a more organized and dedicated person.
I've grown a lot because of my college search process, from just simple things like kind of figuring out what my likes and dislikes are in schools to even bigger things like I now know what I want to study in college and kind of have different career options lined up. I really feel like this has helped me grow as a person and helped me reflect on my 4 years at Loyola too.
Looking back on the college process, I would say I have grown a lot because of it. It taught me how to be a lot more independent because I would have to do stuff like keeping my grades up, taking standardized tests, and searching for colleges and telling my parents that we got to go visit this school and this school, and it was more on me. Now they were there to help me, of course, but it was more on me to initiate the entire process, and a lot of it I was having to start or do on my own. So it taught me how to be independent, which I would think is really important in the coming years when I will be on my own in college.
Definitely think I grew from this experience because at first I went in and I was like, ooh, this is where I want to go and this is what I want to study, and after kind of I started getting acceptances and then also like a wait list, I feel like I've grown, I've gotten stronger from it because I've come to terms with really where I could be going. Like I realized that like not everything is going to work the way that I want it to work, but it's all going to be for the better, and there's a plan for me, and I guess that's really the way that it's going to work out.
The college process overall has really helped me develop as a person. It requires you to be really independent on your actions. It's your responsibility to go see your counselor after your first meeting with your parents. It's your responsibility to get all of your scores, all of your tests, anything required for your application in. And it's really given me a sense of what type of person I need to be in college to be a proactive student.
The process really helped me figure out how to manage my time and deal with the stress and pressure. I had to take on a lot of responsibility. I had to fill out all the applications and write all the essays, and it was really something that was very much my own. It was very much up to me, and it was really about my talents and my abilities, so that was a good teaching opportunity for me.
So I would have to say the best advice that I could give is to go see your college counselor as much as you can, because they're a great help, and they were a great help for me, and I know they'd be a great help for any junior that would need some. If you're going to do theater like I did, you need to get started on the process earlier, because there's a whole other part too, which is the audition, which is you need to register, you need to learn a monologue, and if you're doing musical theater, that means also learning songs and taking dance classes. So you really should get that stuff, the application and the essays, done earlier so that you can start focusing on the part two, the audition. So just to sum it up, if you're just going normal college, just go see your guidance or college counselor a lot. If it's theater, really get it done early, because there's a whole other part two process that you have to get started on.
So some advice I would give to a student who's beginning to look at the college process, or like beginning to start it, is to take advantage of the resources that you have here. Your college counselor is going to help you so much along the way, but it definitely takes you to take that initiative and go sign up for appointments and go see them. So the help is definitely there. You just need to search for it.
My advice to anyone starting the college search process is start as early as you can. Summer is your friend. Get some stuff knocked out early on, because it just helps you so much more when you are going through kind of your transition into senior year, and it's a little bit of a stressful transition. You got a lot of things going on. Anything you can do over the summer, from college visits to starting the Common App a little bit early, taking advantage of Loyola's workshops that they have, any of that can help you start earlier is going to help you a lot in the long run, and it's going to make the whole process a lot easier.
As for parting advice, I would say for sure make appointments with your college counselor and see them early and see them often, because they'll really help you in the process throughout the entire process. Also, use the summer between your junior and senior year to start on the process, whether it's thinking about what you're going to write in your essays, or visiting a few schools, taking a little road trip and with your parents and taking a tour of the campuses of the schools. It'll really help you make an informed decision of what's for me, what's not for me, what I want in a school, and what I would rather not have. Starting early and seeing your college counselor is the best thing you can do.
So for parting advice, I would definitely say, don't stress about it, don't worry about it too much. Whatever really happens will end up happening, but also the college counseling staff and everything there, it's there for you guys. So for me, I went my first free period on the first day of school this year. I immediately went with a couple drafts of my essay to show, and the counseling staff is here to help you. You just have to go find them and really work with them, because they are extremely helpful.
To all the juniors, I would just say, keep calm. It's all going to be okay. You're going to get into school. But make sure you actively participate in the process and are trying to get things done as quickly and early as you can. But to make sure you do everything well and correctly. Because that'll just take so much stress off of you, and you're already stressful senior year.
My biggest advice to juniors would probably be take advantage of all the resources and help that Loyola gives you, because they really do try to make the process as easy and simple as possible. Also, don't psych yourself out. You can do it. Everyone does it. People have done it every single year before you, and you will go to college. You will love it. You will enjoy your experiences no matter what, and Loyola is here to help you in whatever way you need. So try not to get overexcited, try not to get overstressed, try to just keep it all balanced.